But they're saying, after a rundown of what else is happening, we say good morning to Charlotte Hawkins.
Thank you, Eamon. An investigation's being carried out in SeaWorld in Florida after a killer whale attacked and killed a trainer. It's not yet clear whether the woman fell into the water or if the whale grabbed her from the side of the tank. Animal rights groups have slammed the death, saying it's not surprising when killer whales confined to an area the size of a bathtub lash out. Sky's Robert Nisbet reports. You may have recognised one of the people standing there at the side of the shot.
That's all I do, stand on the side. That's all I do. We were all very pleased for Alex and Stuart. And I even gave you a mention at one stage.
Did you?
Because, yes, in your own small way, you do play a part on the news channel off the air, and it is very much appreciated.
Many thanks.
Not at all, not at all. Thank you, Charlotte. This is James Whale telling us he's not in a very good mood today, which is probably makes the newspaper review even more entertaining this morning as he signs off. You'll be sounding off.
I shall be sounding off, actually. It's one of those days you wake up some days and you're just not on your game.
Right now, OK? James, very, very shortly with us about 5. The newspapers, and we're going to be talking about this awful situation at Stafford Hospital, amongst other things, after a rundown of what else is happening. Charlotte with the details.
An investigation's being carried out at SeaWorld in Florida after a killer whale attacked and killed a trainer. It's not yet clear whether the Journalist of the Year for the 2nd year running. She's the first person to win the award twice.
And it was very interesting seeing Alex out of uniform. You know, she's always wearing one of those scarves over her head and all sorts of things. She looked very, very good. Well done. You see, if you two would dress up like that, you might win awards too.
We were like Cinderella, weren't we?
Yeah. What did you
notice? Were you not at the ball, you two?
No.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Everybody was there.
What did you notice about him? Have you any critique of his performance?
Oh, he was smiling.
No, he had his hand in his pocket the whole time. He's got to stop that. You're standing with your hand in your pocket.
What does that say?
It says you're bored and you want to
go
somewhere
else. No, that's not true.
else.
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. That's what I am. We have Mick Collins, who's been in touch this morning by Twitter, and he's too arguing.
Oh, Charlotte.
I had a lot of support.
What did we do, Charlotte, last week? I can't remember.
I can't even remember either. It's so long ago.
Charlotte is actually getting an education, I think.
No.
You'll not fall out over the first story, and this is in the Daily Mail, and this is about the Stafford Hospital situation.
To blame. Chief executives seem to leave on huge golden goodbyes.
On an apology, you just want heads to roll.
I don't want, you know, the Islands, they only want it now because there's oil there. And if the US refuses to back Britain in the Falklands...
Now, climate change,
yes.
It seems to me I do have evidence is swinging in your direction.
Now,
Mr.
Charlotte, would you like to kick off?
What do you mean?
Well, I would just like to say that I don't think that's the case. I think there have been more examples where some bits have been called into question, and I think that makes people look at the whole picture and say...
Fabricated is what you're the world. Of course, it won't. Climate change, as I've explained.
It's very interesting.
Recycle all the time, don't they?
Recycle all the... It is amazing. You sit and say, why are we doing it?
Country, she's not... Charlotte, you've got to come onto our side.
No, I just think you've got to take personal responsibility, and the evidence is there that what man is doing is contributing to climate change, and therefore you're responsible to take action. It's not rubbish. I think you'll find the overwhelming majority of experts, there's scientific evidence that proves that. You can't dispute it.
This is just a warm-up round as we get in.
Otherwise, the council won't take your bins, and that's that.
Recycling is slightly different to this, actually, because I actually agree with recycling.
This killer whale in Florida here in SeaWorld, what would you do now after this whale has...
You all right? OK?
Yeah.
Fine.
So even you wouldn't agree, Jacqueline, with bringing your kids and going to see something like this and doing this?
No.
And I think it's very sad for this young lady who's been killed. Needs to be set free. You shouldn't have an animal of that size.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. And I hope that nothing, happens to the whale as a consequence of this. I think that it should be...
You love whales, don't you?
There you are. That's Whale on Wales. You heard it here on Sky News this morning.
Not all whales.
Thank you very much, guys. James, back in an hour's time. Your views, you can tweet us at Eamon Holmes, at Sky Charlotte, at Sky Jackie, which is another popular Twitter address. And it's not as popular as the rest of them, but you could make it that way. And news at sky.com. Look, she was out at those awards last night, the NMEs, and she's going to be talking to me this morning, 8:45. Lily Allen, we've got her live here on Sky News talking about...
She's going to be here? She's going to be there?
That's a secret. Tune in at 8:45 and find out. Jacqueline now with the sports rundown.
Yes, Jose Mourinho's Inter Milan beat Chelsea 2-0.
Thanks very much. OK, we're going to take a break.
Sky News Sunrise with Eamon Holmes.
Getting Charlotte with those details.
Thanks very much, Eamon. An investigation is being carried out at SeaWorld in Florida after a killer whale attacked and killed a trainer. It's not yet clear whether the woman fell into the water or if the whale grabbed her from the side of the tank. Animal rights groups have slammed the death, saying it's not surprising when killer whales confined to an area the size of a bathtub lash out. Sky's Robert Nisbet reports.
And well done to Alex and Stuart and all the team on that. Thank you very much indeed, Charlotte. Leave it there. Thank you very much indeed. What are folks saying, Charlotte?
People are furious, actually. They're really cross that these bonuses are still going to be paid out. Alex Hamilton says, how do these sums work? As a manager for a big retailer, would I get a bonus if my store made a loss? I think not. Steve says it's unbelievable to the man and woman in the street. We can't understand it. Only in the banking world could this happen. Jay Rainey says, RBS, they've taken our money to prop them up. They've made a big loss. They think that they should get their bonuses. No, he says. Adam says RBS should not be allowed to pay bonuses. They have failed as a bank. And Johnny says we're all doomed. Big business is allowed to get away with it. Let's just open our wallets and throw our money away.
Yes, now don't get all